What's up, my people, my YouTube people? Instructor here. Bring this video to you because it actually was a request, so I'm happy about that. But it's more of a review. But the request came from my brothers who told me to do what I do best. Just shut up and do what I do best. They know who they are. I call their names. It's my brother Eric and Avery. And also shout out to Leon. You know, guys who pushed me to put out this video of the review of what I consider a relevant certification. Now, I want to talk about the organization that I got this certification through, and the reason why is because then it goes into a whole bunch of politics and a lot of things that are going on right now, and we just don't want to put that out there because not that it's a secret, but a lot of things are going on right now that are very volatile, so we just want to leave that part out of it. What I will tell you that what I will be talking about is I just came out of a 5-day tactical shooting instructors class, and I'm going to be reviewing that. Tell you all about it, tell you all the goods, the bads, the ugly that came from the class, what my benefits were, and just simply talking to you about some things that you may be able to pick up from my experience. They say that adults or knowledgeable, wise people learn from others' mistakes, and children or not so wise people learn from their own mistakes. So hope I can tell you something today that will kind of help you out when you go out into the world. Alright? Without further ado, I'm going to stop running my mouth and start talking about the course. Like I said, it was a 5-day course. It was 44 hours. The extra 4 hours came from nighttime fire, which was excellent. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Now, this course was an instructor development course. What I mean by that is it wasn't geared towards our shooting abilities. It was geared towards making somebody else's shooting abilities better, and not just plain basic shooting skill. This was more along the line of a tactical approach, how to make your department, your security agency, your overall, whatever organization you're involved in, how to make them better tactically mindset, better tactical shooters, better handling skills, everything, all the above. So it was great. With the aspect of 44 hours, I think it was just enough to allow all the instructors in the class, it was 19 of us, to get everything we needed to go back and correct issues, go back and figure out things that are happening within our departments or in our security organizations and figure those problems. Now, another great thing about it was that it allowed you to go in and set up a shooting scenario and be backed by this big organization, which is also another great thing. So you're not just out here putting out a program that came out of the sky, or you see it on TV so it seemed cool. You're talking about a nationally ranked international, national organization that when they put their name on stuff, people listen, backing you and backing your training program and approving your training program. Therefore, when you go to court, you have something to stand up to. Now, let's get into the days. How the days went. Day 1 was all handgun. We shot about 300 rounds the first day. It was absolutely wonderful. We got to run the Vice Presidente drill, basically like the Presidente, where you turn, shoot 3 targets, 2 into each, reload, speed reload, and then 2 into all targets, shooting 12 rounds. Very good. We had a lot of camaraderie. Had the opportunity to do the the coach-student aspect, which was really cool because every day of the 5 days, you were with a different person. So you couldn't get used to the shooter skill that you were with from day 1 to day 2, and then day 2 to day 3, and so on. So you got to do a lot of coach-shooter opportunities, and it was really great. Day 2, all rifle, all long gun. Day 3 was a mixed, and a lot of classroom instruction there. And another thing I love about this class was that there was hardly no classroom instruction. We had classroom in the morning for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, morning classroom instruction, just to kind of review the safety precautions and everything. And after that, in the afternoon, we were straight to the range and spent the whole entire day on the range. It was very, very good training, very good tactical mindset stuff. Now, day 4 was our long night. It was there from 8 a.m. to about 10 p.m. Very good night shooting. We actually got rained out right at the last couple hours, which was pretty cool because it gave us an opportunity to feel the weather change and feel the different things. We got to do what's called Rolling Thunder. I don't know if you guys know anything about that. It was basically, since we had 19 people, you get on the line and everybody shoots at the target. We was at 7 yards, but they shoot as fast as they can from AR or long gun to your handgun. You do mag dumps on both, and once you do mag dumps on both, it's like it's rolling thunder. So it's like tap 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 tap, everybody going. That was pretty cool. And then of course Friday we got to do our last couple things, which were concealment drawing from the ankle holster, drawing from different things. So you're going to get a lot out of this class, and again, it's not geared towards you and your shooting abilities. Now, must you be skilled? Absolutely. A lot of people came to this class that were not absolutely skilled coming in, but they left out a whole lot better. And out of 19 people, we did have 3 that didn't make the cut. You had to do a shooter's qualification in order to make the cut. Felt really bad for these guys. One guy, the type of gun he was shooting was just really hard to make the cut the way that it needed to be. Could he have made it? I don't know. I never shot that gun before, and I'm not going to talk about what the gun is because I'm not going to go too much into that. But nevertheless, you know, like I said, I felt bad for these guys, man, because I know a lot of these guys, 2 of the guys I know for a fact, it was not their shooting ability. The third guy, like I said, I'm thinking maybe it was just his gun, the type of gun he was using. He wasn't using the AR or AK platform. He used another platform, again, I won't speak on, but he had issues. All right, issues with qualifying with that. You get 3 opportunities to qualify. Unfortunately, myself, I actually failed the qualification the first time, and I don't have no problem with saying that. Here's why. I rushed my shots on my handgun shots. I slammed my trigger and pulled my shots out of the box. Now, was I mad at myself? Absolutely, because I knew I could do better. But what happens is, you know, through the learning curve and through this course, you find out that, you know, you don't have to be so run and gun all the time. All right, sometimes it's all about slowing down, taking time, and doing everything right. Second time came around, and I actually passed the course, and somebody, I know for a fact somebody, shot a bullet hole way down right at my target. Again, kind of pissed me off. They actually dequalified me for that. All my bullet holes were in the target. Somebody shot the darn bullet in my lower target, and they dequalified me for that. So I had to come back the very next time and do it again. Same exact picture. Actually, I'll show it to you guys right now. This is my target right here that I shot the third time, which gave me the quals. 100% bullets all inside the scoring rings. Same way it was for the second qual, but just imagine down to the right where you see white at is one little bitty 223 hole. Alright, move right along. Talking about that. Let's talk about some things that I picked up from this class. And when I say relevant course, what I mean by it, alright? I've already talked about, so I'm not going to talk about it too long, but when you go out to get a relevant course, alright, let's say to go teach overseas, you have to have a BFFOC course, basically a basic firearm operators course to go teach overseas, alright? If you don't have that, you can't go over there. So, if that's the goal you're working towards, why would you go get a firearm instructor from ABC security course? It doesn't make sense, alright? This course I took is relevant for me because I want to open up my training platform in other states except for just Georgia and Tennessee. I want to open up to other places. I'm not going to tell you where, but I want to open up to other places. When you see my face, you'll know that I'm in your state, but I'm coming to a state near you. Alright, let's talk about some things that I picked up from this class, and I picked up from many other classes, but I just never did a review on it. Alright, number one is to know your rifle and know your handgun. Unfortunately, some people that were in class, they did not know their equipment. That's the issue. If you're going to go to a tactical shooters course or tactical instructor shooters course, you're supposed to already know the in and outs of your equipment. Very sad thing, alright? We had some officers there that had level 3 holsters on that were not able to work them fast enough. That's a problem, alright? Guys, you have to know how to work your equipment. You have to understand the platforms that you're using to when you go to different classes. Alright? Number 2, in knowing your rifle, you got to know that you don't overload this bad boy. I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever been to any real rifle course, any real rifle operators course, and you ran that gun, okay, 500, 600, 700 rounds or more, alright, you know what it feels like to have a bunch of crap stacked on this gun. Alright, it is very imperative of you to not stack a bunch of crap on your gun. Why? Because it becomes very heavy, and it's going to start to hurt your shoulders, it's going to start to hurt everything. What else comes into play with that? When you stack a bunch of crap on your gun, you got to have the proper sling system. Alright, you got 3 well-known sling systems. Alright, 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. Okay, 1 point is where you have 1 point attached to the gun, and basically it's slung around your shoulder, and the gun can just swing freely. Alright, it's easy for transitioning from left hand to right hand or right side. Alright, very simple system. 2 point sling is the one that holds the back of your rifle and somewhere close to the front of your rifle. Basically, you can let the gun just hang right here, but when you push out, you can only operate from one side shoulder. Otherwise, you have to wrap the sling around your neck or wrap it in some other way. But normally, a 2 point sling is going to wrap underneath the support arm, okay? And it's going to be here. You can only bring it from here. Alright, and then you have the 3 point sling system. Basically, the 3 point sling system is nothing more than a 2 point sling system that turns into a 1 point sling system as you press the rifle out. Okay? If you can imagine, 1 sling point here, 1 sling point here, and then a moving bushel or whatever you have, moving back and forth through the sling, so that every time you press the sling out, it moves freely. When you lay it back down into here, it'll kind of push itself back to a 2 point sling. Alright? And you can snap it there or unsnap it. Alright? So knowing your equipment and knowing what type of equipment you need for these courses are very important. Alright? As you see my rifle. Okay? Optic, very small optic. It's not no big name product up here. Okay? Not that I wouldn't like one, but it's no point. I paid $44 for this thing. I passed my courses like everybody else did. Did it help me to shoot faster or slower? No. I kept up with most of the people that had been doing the rifle the same amount of times I had. Okay? Front rear sights, obviously. Equipment that feels good for you. Alright? You may go with a rubber handle. You may go with a rubber back stop. Okay? All my stuff is simple stuff. Okay? I don't have anything extra on my gun except for a darn flashlight. Okay? Now, let's talk about one thing I've talked about before, and this is my extended bolt latch. Okay, this right here is the one thing that everybody wished that they had in class. While they were pressing out, recycling their mags, newing in and turning the gun over to hit and then come back up, I could just use my trigger finger or my magazine thumb to drop my bolt and go back.